The ego is what you are at the surface of your existence. It is what most people identify themselves as and believe themselves to be. But the deepest level of your being, you are far more than just the ego. The ego is basically a mask people put on that is of the physical world, not the metaphysical. It controls every aspect of their lives as they don't know anything but the ego. Each day they live in the ego and are blissfully unaware. Even when they do become aware and try to detach to connect with their true self, that too is the ego trying to understand and control the situation. Think about missed opportunities in your life, things you regret, and things you identify with and define yourself as. These are all ego. The mask you put on, the name you give yourself, your job, career, interests, and so on are all ego. Your past experiences in life and how you react to them, basing future decision off past ones, is also ego. And if you are upset that you lived a life that is unfulfilled, or didn't get a chance to do something, then that's also ego. The ego desires control and knowing. It has to be in control and know that what is going to happen. It has to make sure it's comforted and that everything will be okay. If it fails, a mental breakdown usually ensues as the ego cannot grasp what it was intended to do. You are far more than just the ego. Below the surface, you are a soul connected to a collective of consciousness that unites every living thing. You are not separate, but one with the world and universe. You are one with every other living creature. Your ego wants individuality, and that is its purpose. The ego gives the spirit different experiences. So, if you miss out on doing something in this lifetime, then your soul has already experienced this in another lifetime, or is experiencing it right now in another body. So how do you detach from the ego? The very act of wanting to detach in itself, driven by the ego. Why? Because you want control over something in your life. The ego wants this control and comfort. Thus, you, or your ego, thinks that letting it go will give you the control it seeks. The reality is that there is no way to truly detach from the ego, nor would you want to, since it gives you the uniqueness that is of this physical realm. Instead, you can begin to question every thought, action, and decision you make to see where it's coming from. Oftentimes, it's the ego that is making the decision, and you will allow it since you think the ego is you. Ask the questions, go deep, and reflect. Determine how you truly feel about the situation. Sit in the indecision and not knowing, and allowing whatever outcome to unfold without trying to change it or shape it. This feeling of not knowing or being bound by a particular result is in itself detachment from the ego. The ego wants control and be comforted by the outcome, and will do anything to achieve that outcome. It will often fail, but at least it tried. The soul is deeper and is present in the now, not focused on the outcome. Meditation practices, mindfulness, and questioning every action and decision you make will allow you to connect with a deeper part of you. Once you do this, you may experience ego death. Fear not, since this very word scares the ego. Rather, it's simply being able to identify who the ego is and realizing that it's not who you truly are. This is very scary for the ego and can cause severe anxiety, depression, loss of purpose and meaning in life, and make you feel like you don't even know who you are. This is the sign that you're going through a transformative phase that will lead to rapid growth. Most people are only aware of the ego and they think that's who they are. But deep down, they are something far more than they could ever comprehend. The ego is afraid of the unknown and wants control, but the soul is living for the here and now and doesn't care about the outcome. Detaching from the ego is not easy, but you can achieve it by being mindful and questioning your thoughts and actions.